welcome to Swifties at Midnight. We're Anne,
And Steffanie.
and we're so excited to have you join us. We're here to keep you in the lavender haze with the latest updates in Taylor's world and discuss the amazing love and light and poetry she brings to all of us. Make sure to stay by subscribing, and don't forget to share with all your fellow Swiftie friends.
Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
Well, we have very little Swiftie news for you,
Very, very small crumbs.
but hang in there. It's something because Taylor kind of broke her social media blackout. It wasn't a full post, but she showed her support for her bestie, Selena Gomez, by posting on her story. What did she post,
So
Stephanie?
cute. It was Selena's new album, and she just said, "It's so good with 12 Ds."
Mm-hmm. And anything with the number 12 just sends Swifties spiraling. Somebody came out
Oh
with a theory saying
my
she's
gosh.
hinting at TS12. So apparently 12 D's in good means we're getting TS12
And
anytime.
Taylor's back here going like,
Guys,
"Oh man, why did I do
guys,
that?"
I'm in my mid 30s now.
You guys,
Stop
it
it.
means nothing.
Pretty
Although
sure.
Anne doesn't want me to bring this up, but I'm gonna
I'd
bring it
love
up.
to be proved wrong.
I
Prove
would
me wrong.
also love it if you were wrong. No, for once. Um, last time she broke her social media silence was with a story to promote Selena's new song. I can't remember.
Fetish.
Fetish,
Yeah.
yes. Um, and then she released Reputation after that.
Yeah, it was several months later. So it was during her whole like rep blackout, and she didn't post any like posts, like actual
Right.
grid posts. She posted a couple stories. She posted about Lord's song on her story, and then she went quiet for like 3 months. And then she posted about Selena's song, and then she went quiet, and that was the last post she made until she announced rep. So our little hearts. I don't know if my heart can take it.
I know. I'm paying attention. I'm not like super invested or really like set on anything. There is a theory going around right now that something might come out on March 28th for a lot of different reasons. Um, it's National Rams Day or something like that. And also it's the beginning of the Aries season. I don't know. I'm probably messing all of this up. But then like Ready for It is 3 minutes and 28 seconds long. And so is Mirror Ball, which is the surprise song that was played at the last award show.
There's probably a six in there somewhere for Reputation being the sixth
I don't
album.
know. And like
Maybe a 13
3,
somewhere.
28, 25 equals 13, which I don't think so. But don't do that math. No, just some it is a very popular theory going around right now that we could see an announcement or rep TV on 3/28, which is this Friday, which if you're listening to this would be literally tomorrow.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, we have been hurt a lot of times.
Taylor Nation's gonna post something and everybody's gonna be like, ah! And then it's actually gonna be like celebrating 6 years of the 1 year
And 13 days.
anniversary of Reputation Live tour or something like that.
Yep,
Like that's
guaranteed. Taylor
like
Nation will troll us. Yeah.
Even Taylor Nation has really been struggling to give us news. We haven't gotten any no,
Yeah.
since the release of the Lover cardigan. We haven't gotten like any big new merch. I
Mm-mm.
think there's been like little things on the
There was a
store.
restock of Eras Tour merch,
Hmm.
and randomly the is it the Karma bracelet? I have the necklace version of it. It's just it has
And I
all
have
of
the
the
bracelet
little.
that
Oh,
I
do
got
you?
at
That's
the
right.
Eras tour.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
I
That
didn't
was it.
realize that
'Cause
was a tour merch, so
yeah,
that makes
yeah
more
they sold
sense.
it at the tour.
Okay. Some
So
people are
yeah,
freaking out about that. They're like, why is this included? But it's
because
because
I
it
saw it at the
was
tour.
there.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. I think that was one of the things that sold out first. I waited in the merch line twice. Once a couple days before the
Oh,
concert, and once at the concert, like right actually in the middle of the concert. Because we needed to go to the bathroom. Then we saw that the line for the merch was short and the stage was right there because we were on the floor. So we were just like waiting in the merch line while
and
watching the
like,
concert. So we were
nice,
just like watching the 1989 set while standing in
nice.
line. And then we got our merch and went back to our seats and we never missed. I mean, I guess we missed probably like 30 seconds of the concert to go to the bathroom because I just had to get a big bottle of water. So,
Yeah. I'm glad you stayed hydrated though. That's very important at the air store.
and then the sky hydrated us on the way back because it
Oh,
poured.
yeah.
It was
Oh
fun.
man. Yeah, that's n nothing else really has happened. I have seen a couple pictures of
Mhm.
Travis and Taylor out, but then what's this video that's going around?
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't really like look at it. So
Hmm.
tell us about it.
I just think it's interesting. So clearly Taylor and Travis have been going around and fairly incognito. Like we see him here and there, but there have
Hmm.
been no clear pictures of Taylor. So
Hmm.
she is doing really well staying off the grid and like unseen. So we
Yeah.
know that when she doesn't want to be seen, she's not seen. No, I saw this video of it was that front part of a hotel where you pull up your car and check your bags in. Travis had like one of those little bellhop um things that you roll into the hotel.
Oh yeah, like a bell cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was obviously like walking around the back of the hotel, but a bunch of teenage girls saw him and of course they were freaking out and he very politely to these screaming girls was like, "Oh, hey, we're actually pretty tired. So, it's great to see you, but if you could just like let us go." Taylor was not there. And so he very politely, but like kind of firmly was just like, "Hey, thanks, gotta go, bye." And this girl yells, "Where's Taylor?" As he is just like walking away. And I was like,
Oh.
oh man. I mean, I I don't want to say that this is what he signed up for because that sounds dehumanizing, but I think he knows that that was what's to be expected. Taylor literally wrote the song The Albatross, like an albatross around my neck,
Yes.
which is, what that's about is basically like, okay, wherever you go, whatever you do, I'm gonna like cause you some issues.
Mhm.
And so like he knows that, but he had every right to be annoyed if he was. He didn't show it. I don't
Yeah.
know. He
Yeah.
by that time he had turned around and he was so polite to those girls.
Yeah.
But they were
But
pretty
giving like
hysterical.
some boundaries,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is good. Yeah.
Where's Taylor?
Where's Taylor? I don't know. We want to know too, but I'm not gonna scream it at Travis. Like
Yeah, honestly, I think if I saw Travis, I would be too scared to even say or do anything.
I would just be like,
I love you.
"You're
That's about
awesome.
it.
How's
Yeah.
Jason doing?"
Yeah. I think I'd probably want to know more about Jason. I think
How's Kylie's pregnancy
Jason
going? Just kidding.
Jason is the funnier of the brothers. You
Yeah.
agree? Okay. Also, I love Kylie. She just had
Hmm.
an interview with Michelle Obama on her
Oh,
podcast. Yeah.
that's fun.
They
She
were
had
just like,
Michelle Obama on her
yeah.
podcast.
They were just talking about like bedtime routines, and Michelle Obama was like, "Yeah, my husband," and I was like, "You mean Barack Obama?" Like, it was so fun
It's
watching
just
them.
her husband to
I love
her.
Kylie.
That's
Yeah,
so funny. I
yeah.
need to go listen to that one. I know I haven't been keeping up with Kylie's podcast, and I definitely should because she's so freaking funny. I like her a
hmm
lot.
So
Yeah.
setting firm boundaries, like Kylie seems to be
Mm,
the queen of that. So
yeah,
maybe Travis learned that from Kylie. Maybe
probably.
both Travis and Jason. Some of Jason's boundaries are a bit, but I think he learned from that
Yeah,
experience where he decked a fan. We didn't quite deck, he pushed, right?
you pushed. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel bad for that. I want to say fan, but they weren't a fan.
you were being
They were trying to get like a
no.
signature or something.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think we should go into today's topic because that's really
yes.
all the news we got. And it has
hmm
to do with our news. We're going to talk about what is the name?
Okay, Selena,
Taylor.
Taylena.
Hey, Lena.
All the fun little portmanteaus when you combine Taylor and Selena's names. I don't know what. Pick your favorite. There
Yeah.
are a couple. There's lots of fan accounts. We're talking about Taylor and Selena's friendship throughout the years. It's a really cute friendship. It's lasted a long
Hmm.
time,
Yeah.
and it's grown, and we've been able to watch it. How did they meet, Stephanie?
Well, Joe Jonas was dating Taylor and Nick Jonas was dating Selena at the same time. And so they connected that way and got to be fast friends. They said they just like connected immediately. And they didn't, neither of them dated a Jonas brother for very long, right? I don't know how long Selena and Nick dated, but it didn't seem like that lasted very long.
hmm
But they got their friendship out of those relationships.
Nothing like dating the dating you're not dating I don't want to say dating brothers. That makes it sound like you're dating two brothers at once. But but like
I
talking
mean,
to the person who's dating your boyfriend's brother, that's always like a fun experience because you're like, oh, well,
yeah.
this brother does that and this brother does that. Greg and I have lots of conversations. Like, oh, William does this and Jeff does this. It's fun.
Yes, yes. Yeah. I know. Like that's like my sister-in-law that's married to my husband's brother. Yeah.
Mm.
And we have lots of conversations about who we're married to and how
It's like, what were
similar
they
they are
like
and how it
growing?
drives us crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's cute.
Totally understand. So
But
I'm
what a way to meet.
sure they continued to bond over
Yeah, when
those
they both
brothers.
got past the breakup, maybe they had a little bit of a trash talking session.
I'm sure.
Wrote some songs together about these relationships.
Yes, I'm sure there were. I don't even know if there's any songs about Joe. There is, right? Anyway,
Yes.
we don't have to, deep dive and go find those. But something Selena said about their friendship was Taylor and I met when we were dating the Jonas Brothers. It was hysterical. She was the girl with the big curly hair and all the bracelets and the cowboy boots. And I was definitely up and coming, and we just clicked. And I do think Selena was like big, big, big at this time, right? Because this was out of the Disney Channel, and she was starting to become a pop star and like becoming a really big deal. And Taylor, I mean, was a big deal in her own right, but she was
hmm
still writing like country music, and
hmm
I think that kind of puts you in a little bit of a box when you're just a country
Oh
star,
yeah.
right? But the fact that they just didn't care about that and they just became fast friends is really fun.
Yeah, they have a really cute relationship, and right from the beginning, once they started appearing together, they appeared in a lot of things together. They went to
Like a lot.
events. Yeah, they went to a lot of events together. They sat
Mhm.
together at award shows, supporting each other when they went up there and won awards. Or I guess they don't show a ton of moments. Like they don't really have the videos where reacting to like people losing, right? Like I see several videos of like Selena reacting to Taylor winning, but like I'd love to see the moments where like Selena and Taylor are sitting together and one of them loses an award. Like, how do they react? But generally, they just go straight to the winner. Uh,
Right.
anyway, I bet they were very supportive when either of them didn't win the award and they wanted to. Uh, I just see their friendship that way. I think they're just so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a very normal friendship in the least normal way possible, I guess.
The normalcy in the not normal life,
Yeah,
for
yeah, they
sure.
found
Mhm.
normality in being super mega pop stars.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Well, and I think that works too, because they can relate on all the same levels, right? They can
Mhm.
relate to the stalkers and the
Ugh,
and the whole process of getting their music out
yeah,
there
people
and all
talking
of that
about
stuff.
them
And yeah,
constantly
yeah.
and dating Jonas Brothers.
And dating Jonas Brothers. Um, but yeah, one of the first things we ever saw them together at was the Vanity Fair's Oscar party in
Mm,
2011.
just
So
babies.
yeah, they
Compare
have,
that to the 2024 Golden Globes Awards when they're women in their 30s looking fantastic.
I know, they both look just so good and
Hmm.
like women. I don't know
Yeah,
how else to describe that, but
Selena gets under a lot of scrutiny because she gains and loses a lot of weight with her lupus,
I was
and that
gonna
makes
say
me
she
so
has a
sad,
lupus, you
right?
guys. Yeah.
But they both have struggled with body issues, and
Hmm.
that's another thing they can relate over.
Yeah. Both, I don't know if you've seen Selena's documentary. I did watch that. Um, and that's a lot of what's talked about in
Mm.
that. I think it's My Mind and Me documentary.
Mm.
Um, so good. And really, she is like super open and
Mm.
raw in that.
Mm.
I loved it. And yeah, she talks about body issues. And then in Miss Americana, Taylor talks about having body issues. And now they both are just, you can tell they're healthy and
Hmm.
strong and they're just women, they're not trying to be some kind of skinny beanpole anymore, which,
Yeah, I love healthy
yeah.
Taylor.
Hmm.
I love her so
Yeah.
much. Um, the some memorable just like moments over the years. One thing that I really think of is Selena performing on the 1989 tour.
Oh yeah, I've seen those videos. So fun to bring her out. Like, can you imagine being like a huge Selena Gomez fan? You just happen to be at the 1989 concert and then she
Yeah.
comes out.
Well, I was
Be
watching
crazy.
the video of Taylor like starting to introduce her guest. And, obviously nobody knows who it is at the time. And Taylor's like one of my best friends. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's ambitious, and she just kept on hyping her up so much. And then near the end is when she said one of my best friends. And it's like everybody knew, oh, this is gonna be Selena. And everybody was like, oh.
Yeah, just losing it. Yeah. Yeah. What a cool power couple they are. They're a power couple.
I was just gonna say, I remember someone in an interview asking Selena. She was promoting an album a couple years ago. They said, Taylor, how do you perform on her tour? Are you ever gonna have her perform on your tour? And they think this was probably like maybe it was like 2019. It wasn't too long after um the rep tour maybe.
Okay.
And Selena was just like, "Oh, well, I'm really focusing on myself and Taylor and I talked about it and she understands that I want it to be about me." Um and I think some people might look at that negatively, but I don't think that's the case. I think Taylor probably gave her the space to feel good about putting herself first.
Yeah. Taylor's really good about hyping people up and making them
Hmm.
feel loved and like important.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just having this conversation with a friend the other day too, how um I don't do well in friendships where we like are keeping score, right?
Hmm.
Um, and if you have somebody who expects you to give back what they give to you, that's not a real friendship, right? And so this idea that they had to do tit for tat, like
Hmm.
no, just because
Yeah.
she brought her out on her tour doesn't mean Taylor needs to go and be on Selena's tour.
Exactly. Well, speaking of like tit for tat, um, it's so funny just the questions that they'll get asked about each other. Just like, oh, it's always like, well, do you ever do this for each other? That like, no, we're just friends. And that's
Yeah.
always a lot of the questions that interviewers ask them are very presumptive, I
Hmm.
think. When it's really just like they're like, "Oh, do you go out and do all these big, amazing, fancy parties and all this and that?" And most of the time it's just like, "No, we like to hang out and we really like to eat."
Yeah.
Where are we gonna eat next is a lot of
Again,
it.
they're just like really normal people and they just want to feel normal, right? So I'm sure they just go and hang out at each other's houses and chat about random stuff about boys and life and whatever. Like,
Hmm.
I think we don't need to make celebrities more complicated than
Right. I was watching an interview.
people.
Okay, I watched a lot of interviews. I was watching another interview where I feel like somebody was trying to like catch out Selena on her friendship with Taylor because they asked her the question, "When was the last time you talked to Taylor?" I think expecting it to be like months ago, and she was like, "Oh, yesterday."
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, no, we talk almost every day.
Yeah.
We just don't post about it every day.
Right. And they don't need to.
Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah.
sometimes they do. They over the years they've posted lots of messages to each other,
Yeah.
on each other's Instagrams, tweeted each other, stuff like that. I pulled out just like a random quote from Instagram all the way back in 2019, just because I thought it was cute. Taylor posted, "I love you like a love song, Sel, but more than that, I love you like a best friend who's always been there for me."
That's so cute.
And they call each other best friend, sister,
Mhm.
family, uh,
Yeah.
all the time in interviews. And I think
Yeah.
that's just really cute.
That's really, really sweet. Um, there's always been lots of rumors and drama around both of them, and they're always just super supportive of each other, and publicly, they're supportive of each other too. Um, Selena was one of the very first people to defend Taylor when the Kim Kanye thing happened in 2016. Um, I think she gets it, right? Selena's a super smart person. The interview I saw of Taylor talking about Selena was just like, Selena is a really, really intelligent and smart, and it would like scare some people if they knew how smart she was. I'm like, oh wow,
Aww.
okay. But yeah, I just feel like she gets it. There are more important things to talk about. Why can't people use their voice for something that actually matters? And yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Why I don't know why Kim made this a whole dumb thing. that everybody decided to talk about and take Taylor down. Yeah. So,
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of Selena speaking out on Taylor's behalf, again, when Taylor's masters were sold to Scooter Braun, Selena, came out again. She said, "My heart is so heavy right now. You've changed my life, and I will stand by you." And
no.
I just think that's really sweet. A lot of musicians and just artists in general came out in support of Taylor.
Yeah.
Um, and why wouldn't they? I mean, everything that Taylor was doing was for their own good. So,
Yeah. She changed the music industry just to help artists more than anything. So, yeah. Um, One thing I was watching a very biased video on Taylor and Selena's friendship and just their speculation about all these things. But one thing was like, um, it's kind of back to that tit for tat thing. Like Selena would do all of these things for Taylor, but then Taylor wouldn't do them in return, or she stop posting on Selena's Instagram or stop liking her photos or whatever. And I was just looking at it too. And the last time she liked or said anything was on Selena and Benny's engagement photo. And she said, "Yes, I will be the flower girl."
they're so cute. I hope
Yeah,
she's actually the flower girl.
I know I would love it so
Be
much.
adorable.
But she doesn't have to like every single picture and comment on every single post.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I hate it when people bring up drama like that. It's like, oh my gosh, well, you didn't like my last post.
Mm.
Instagram's stupid, you guys. First of all, it doesn't matter. But second of all, like the algorithm just m mixes things up and you don't see like some of my closest friends, their posts don't come up in my Instagram feed. Like
To go searching for him.
I would literally have to go search it every day. And I've got a life. Taylor has a life. Selena has a life. Like and it's way outside of Instagram. And so I hate when people are like, oh my gosh, it's like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives drama. That is all geared around who's following who and who liked and who commented. And I hate it. I hate it so much because I'm like, you guys don't know what their real life conversations are like. And you are just making shit up just for the fun of it. Oh, it's just so stupid. But um yeah, I think there's so much that we don't see. They have a great friendship and they're both adult women with very busy lives. They're both in relationships that are newish and they're putting, themselves into those things. Like think about how hard it is to get together with your adult girlfriends.
So
It is
hard.
challenging. And the fact that you're going on a girls' trip this week, I like seriously, congratulations, because I know that is so hard to pull off. Yeah,
Planning in time. Yeah, you have to like I had to take time off of work and even then I only had to take like a half day because there was some stuff I had to do at work. Like it's hard and I have to
yeah,
prepare for all of it and I know when I come back to work I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff to do.
yeah.
It's
The
hard.
fact that all of your schedules lined up to be able to do that, incredible. Like so good. So I can't imagine Selena and Taylor trying to like line their schedules up, right? To hang out or to like each other's posts or whatever. Whatever. I just think it's all so dumb. So we don't know what their friendship's really like, but we love seeing their anything they do put out there
Yeah,
for them.
their love and support for each other. I mean, and Taylor and Selena supporting each other is nothing new.
Yeah.
Taylor has posted several things about supporting Selena for her albums. Obviously, just recently, back in 2017, Taylor posted about Selena's album Rare in 2020. She also praised Selena's My Mind and Me documentary, the one you were talking about earlier,
Yes.
which I have yet to watch, but maybe I'll
It's
watch
really
that on the
good.
plane.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, I always need something good to watch on the plane. And it just talks about Selena's personal and professional growth, I guess, which that
Yeah,
kind of tracks.
it's her mental health throughout her career. Yeah.
Um,
It gets
that's
pretty dark.
very,
Yeah.
yeah. I heard Selena talking about it, and how she showed it to Taylor and Taylor's, I think, mom. And I remember Selena said that their response was like, "We're so happy you're still here."
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Selena seems like the sweetest person.
Really.
She really
Truly.
cares. At least
Yeah.
that's what I get from her. But their friendship today, like it's not, like the early days when you're younger and you're just like always hanging out. They have lives, they have obligations, businesses. Selena runs Rare Beauty. That's a huge makeup company, and they make the best mascara. I love their mascara.
Yeah. Have you ever tried their spray?
No, is it like
Their
a setting
face,
spray or
like a
like a
setting
hydrating
spray.
spray?
It smells so good,
Oh,
feels so
no.
good. Yeah, it's really good. I just recently bought some Rare Beauty stuff and I love it all.
Yeah,
So
okay, I have to try that.
I'm wearing the blush.
They make good blush, I hear.
Mm,
Mascara is my favorite.
I
Um,
gotta try that.
totally worth it. But even with that, Selena attended the Eras tour. She brought her
Yeah.
little sister Gracie, and
Mhm.
Gracie apparently loved it. Selena loved it. Again, they support each other so much. And as always, Taylor and Selena both comment on each other's posts all the time. Um, they're they have been such long-lasting friends, at least what I think, because they need somebody who is also famous that they know understands what they're feeling and is also not gonna like fangirl over them. Like they still kind of fangirl over each other, but it's in the way that you fangirl over your best friend when they do
Yeah,
something good.
exactly.
It's not how you and me fangirl over Taylor Swift.
Right.
It's
They don't
it's a
have a
different
podcast
kind.
about each other.
Right. I would love
I know that would be so good if both of them were on a podcast together. That
that.
would be so fun.
Oh, Kylie, make it happen.
Oh,
Kylie Kelce, Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, just talking about being like women with
yeah,
careers in
yeah.
like business opportunity. It'd be great. It'd be
I
so
don't know, just some dumb daily life thing. Like we don't
hmm
need to know any sort of secrets or I don't know.
Yeah, how do
Just
you take your
be fun just to
coffee? Or
hear
do you
them.
not drink coffee? Would you have tea instead?
Yeah.
Like, I
What's your
want to know.
daily thing that you
Yeah.
do? I think it's coffee because she talks about
Mm.
three 300 coffee takeout coffees later.
Coffees later. What do you think? Selena and Taylor have been able to stay friends for such a long time.
Yeah. You're asking me or
Yeah. Yeah,
the
what do you think?
followers? Well,
Everyone.
we want to know
But
what you guys
you,
think
what do
too.
you
But
think?
why do I think? Because I
Yeah.
think they have a genuine love for each other and they can relate on the same level with each other. They've been through their careers kind of with each other and they've seen it go up and down. They've been there throughout their different relationships that they've had. I think one thing this person on this video is trying to bring up was like, oh, they're in these like toxic relationships, and one person sees them going through it and can't do anything about it. And that is true. I have been in
Mm,
friendships like that where it's like they keep coming to you with the same problem over and over again and like
hmm
you can only give them the same advice so much. You can only sit there and listen to them self-sabotage so many
mm,
times and like I totally understand how that would be difficult and maybe you need to put a little bit of space or boundaries between you and them, but you never like stop having a love for them or stop
right.
caring for them or worrying about them. And so, like, maybe there has been times in their friendship where they've had distance or boundaries, but they continue to try,
Yeah.
right? They continue to support and love each other and make it happen when you can. Friendships take effort. They do. And you can see, I mean, just from the little snippets they give us in their
Hmm.
lives that they do put in
Yeah.
effort.
Everybody just go look up like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez best moments. There's so many and they're so cute. They're
Yeah.
just endless videos of them being like, well, my best friend Taylor, my best friend Selena, or she's like a sister to me. She's family. It's
Yeah.
so sweet. They know each other's parents.
Hmm.
They've obviously been to each other's houses.
Yeah.
It's really sweet, and I can't wait to see Taylor be the flower girl at Selena's wedding,
I know. I
if
want
we
to see
get to
that.
see that.
I want to see that too. But yeah,
So
uh,
cute.
they are so cute. And this was a fun topic because friendships are really important to me. And I love seeing other people have long-lasting friendships and we can learn from them. So
Thank you for being my friend.
yeah. Oh, and thank you. You're so great. Yeah, like I said, they take time and they take effort to keep them. And
Hmm.
so I'm glad we had this podcast to
Yeah, it's so fun.
keep us talking to each other.
Yeah.
Not that we don't, but like
It makes it easier from different
it
states.
it does. Yes. Yeah. Just lost an eyelash. Did you see that? I'm
I
so
hope you made a
oh,
wish.
it's a fake one, so I can't make it look.
Oh, okay, yeah, that seems like bad luck if it's a fake one.
Uh-huh.
Good catch.
Well, thanks for joining us. We're gonna skip the game today. So sorry, but both of us need to go to bed. And hopefully we'll be back with another great episode next week. I say hopefully because I might not be available. I might be out of service on vacation, but we're going to try and make it happen. But thanks for all your love and support for us. We've been seeing a little bit of uptick in viewers. So,
Yeah.
hi, everybody who's new.
Hi.
Thank you so much for listening and watching on YouTube. And we hope this episode made you feel like you're ready for it. Don't forget to leave a review. Your feedback never goes out of style. If you loved what you heard, hit that subscribe button and share it with somebody who's gorgeous. Tune in next time for great content. Until then, stay in your wildest dreams and have a fantastic day.
Bye.
Bye.